Okay, so for about 20 years, content creators, businesses, really anyone with a website had a kind of unwritten deal with Google. It was simple. You make great, useful stuff, and Google sends people your way. They send you the traffic. But now, with AI jumping into the mix, that deal, it hasn't just been changed, it's been completely torn up. So let's dive into what's happening and figure out how to navigate this new zero-click era.
And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just another one of those little algorithm tweaks we see all the time. No, what we are watching happen right now is, for real, the end of an entire era for anyone who depends on search traffic to, pay the bills.
Just think about it for a second. For 2 decades, the game was so straightforward, right? You create content, Google indexes it, it shows up on the results page as one of those classic blue links, and someone clicks it to get their answer. That was the deal. The basic handshake of the entire internet, really. And now, that deal is off the table.
Now take a look at this number, 80%. Let that sink in. The source material for this explainer indicates that's how many searches powered by AI now, and right there on the results page, without a single click to an actual website. This isn't just a small dip in traffic. Some folks are calling it a digital extinction event for the old way of doing SEO.
So why? Why is this happening? Well, to figure out the solution, we first have to really wrap our heads around the massive change in what Google even is anymore.
And this slide right here, it lays it all out perfectly. For years, Google was a search engine. It was a directory, a giant list of links pointing you to other places. But now, it's become an answer engine. Instead of sending you somewhere else to find the information, it's now gobbling up all that information from the top links, synthesizing it, and just giving you the answer right then and there. It wants you to stay put.
And that leads to a really crucial point. Your competition has fundamentally changed. If your whole strategy is just creating content that answers a simple question, you're not just competing with other blogs or websites anymore. You are now competing head-to-head with Google's own AI interface. And let's be honest, that's a fight you're just not going to win.
So why are 8 out of 10 people perfectly happy not to click? Well, it's because the AI isn't just giving you a list of links anymore. It's actually providing logic. It's doing the heavy lifting for you. It compares products, it summarizes reviews, it gives you step-by-step instructions. So for most of us, clicking through to another website starts to feel like an extra step we just don't need to take.
Okay, so that's the bad news. It's a little scary, right? But it is not hopeless. The game has changed, which just means we need a totally new playbook. So let's get into the 3 core strategies that can help you build a path forward.
So here it is, the new playbook, broken down into 3 big moves. First, you have to create truly original content through what's called information gain. Second, you focus on intent keywords, searches where people actually need to do something. And third, you build a direct brand, so people start looking for you by name. You see the common thread here? It's all about stopping the creation of simple, easy-to-summarize info and starting to provide value that an AI just can't replicate.
The first move is all about being original. I mean, truly original. If your article is just a rehash of what the top 10 results already say, of course the AI can summarize it and make you irrelevant. You have to be the source. This means doing your own research, publishing original data from your business, offering up unique case studies with real hard numbers, or doing actual reporting. You need to create content that the AI has to cite because it simply can't find that info anywhere else.
Second, you have got to shift your entire keyword strategy. This table shows it all. The AI is amazing at answering those broad informational questions, right? Like, what is a 401k? But it's not so good at super specific, action-oriented searches, like find a financial advisor for a 401k rollover. These intent-heavy keywords are where a user has to click to actually solve their problem. That's the turf you need to be fighting for.
And finally, the third strategy. This is the end game. This is how you make yourself bulletproof. You build a brand that pretty much bypasses the whole problem. Think of it as your insurance policy. When you create a must-read newsletter or a great podcast or a valuable YouTube channel, you're building a direct line to your audience. Eventually, they stop searching for generic stuff, and they start searching for you, by name. And at that point, what choice does Google have but to show them you?
So where does all this leave us? What does the future of this simple click even look like? Is it completely dead? Well, no, not exactly. It's more like the value of a click has totally changed. And this right here is probably the biggest takeaway of this whole explainer. Clicks are not gone, but they are now a premium item. They're reserved for things that are high value and high intent, not for just casually looking something up. The click has gone from being a penny to being a dollar bill.
And if you're still playing the old SEO game, you're fighting for pennies that just aren't there anymore.
So at the end of the day, it really boils down to this one question that you have to ask yourself and your business. As Google's AI just keeps getting smarter, is your content going to be part of that 80% that just gets summarized into nothing? Or are you going to adapt and become part of that indispensable 20% that people, and even the AI, have to seek out directly? The choice really is yours.